Mm. Hey y'all, welcome to the Devon A. Morris Unfiltered Call-In Show. Have a seat. Let's get ready. You have any questions? Come on, call in. Come on to that Discord channel. Do me a favor, get the unfiltered crew some finger snaps. We're ready to get started here. Mondays, 8 p.m. Every single Monday, we're here. I'm excited about it. Are you? Let's get this show started, y'all. The greatest Scrum show on earth. I'll see y'all soon. Enjoy. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the Unfiltered Calling Show, where we talk about Scrum, Agile, entrepreneurship, all that great and wonderful stuff. Today is more simple show, right? We got to talk about kind of where you're going next year, right? We're 90 days out from 2023. I mean, literally, we're 90 days out from 2023. And what the heck is your plans for 2023? We're gonna kind of talk about that. We're gonna kind of dive into that a tad bit, get ourselves moving in a direction. I'll expose to you some of the things that I'm thinking about. Um, and I am actually in that this week. Between 70 and 90 days is normally between 75 and 100 days, but 75 and 90 days is when I start making my plans. And so it's one of those things where I just kind of want to bring that topic up to you. What's happening? What's going on? You know, just I got a private class going on. I don't have any more public classes until like the 24th of October because I have to do some intensive coaching. Like literally, I got to go through an intensive coaching, a coaching intensive is what they call it, associated with this PhD and earning a board certified coach thing. So I got to do this kind of stuff, right? And so, matter of fact, I'll mention this later. I probably will be seeing if there's some people that want to be my client in terms of coaching. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I'm not sure yet, but I'll send an email out to everybody, and we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out for sure. So yeah, I'm really interested in our plans and everything else. Other than that, you know, it it's really about the fact that I'm just still smoothing things out, still getting used to this empty nester life and the, family moving close and all kinds of great things like that. So a bunch of good stuff happening, right? You see people getting their lives together and trying to make strides toward greatness, right? And I love to see that. I love to see that happen around me. You know, I'll say to one of the little ones, Tavy, happy 21st birthday. I want to say that to you, so you know that. And that's about it for that. I just want to talk about this, and this is gonna become real personal to everybody. So do me a favor, say hi in the chat. Um, just say hi in the chat to me. Let me see, Patrick. Hey, Patrick, how you doing? I definitely want to hear about Canada. If you're thinking about what's happening next year, Patrick, is any big rocks you're trying to move next year? I'd love to hear about that, right? P Bell, how you doing? How's it going? Haven't seen you in a little bit of time, P Bell. You know, Kare, good evening. How you doing? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Acha MBA, we're gonna Imba. I'm gonna say it that way. Always good to see you too, brother. Uh, let's see. That being said, let's talk, man. Let's talk. Um, I don't know about you, but it surprised me with October coming because I know we have roughly 90 days. We have close to 90 days left in a year when October comes around. And at that point, normally for Bearded Eagle, we have to start planning and we start planning a little bit sooner than that, but we have to start dealing with some plans toward the year, right? because rightfully so, we have to start resource planning and thinking about goals and financials and what we want to achieve, right? And so it becomes real easy from that cycle. But what's happening is I'm reestablishing Bearded Eagle like it should be, and there are just these multitudes of what I say paths that I have to deal with, right? And really, I'm real curious about how you go about doing that, right? In terms of me, um, I just really am going to this week, this weekend, I'm going to really pull out my resources, and I'm going to look at really the time frames that I want to get things done. And I roughly start off with Q1, what I want to do, and then it gets fuzzier as the road as it goes down the path. But there are already some big rocks that I know I want to achieve, and then this paths for me, right? There's things associated with Bearded Eagle. There's things associated with DM Limited. There's things associated with this show, for example, that I want to achieve, next year. And so really carving that out. I want to have an event associated with DM Limited, where I actually help men gain more clarity in their lives, right? They're searching to fix this, trying to get the clarity to fix their lives, right? And so that's another thing that is really, really on the horizon, right? I may have to change that to people because I think we all need a little bit of that. Um, and then I think about other things that I'm trying to achieve, like goals, what I want to do with the kids. Is there any major things in terms of family that's happening so I can start making plans around that stuff as well? And so I got this swath of things, this litany of things that I really have to think about doing and think about working through. And realistically, I'm going to sit down and actually do it. I'm going to actually sit down and do it. And I will have a rough idea of what that roadmap for 2023 looks like, probably by the end of this weekend. Probably by the end of this weekend. I'll plan out the rest of, make sure that 2022 looks good and start planning out what I'm going to do and some of the things that I want to achieve and just some big rocks that I want to do. Next year, it's ridiculous, but next year I turn 50, which is crazy. And I don't have anything that I want to do for that. I may get on the Amtrak and just ride around the country a couple times, for all I know. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do, but it ain't gonna be anything super big. I'm not a big celebrator like that. My birthday's around Christmas. It's really Christmas Eve, so it's kind of like everybody celebrating stuff, right? But that being said, I'm just thinking about what really I plan to do. So I would love. I got a lot of people here, here on LinkedIn. I got you all on YouTube. Really, what's one of the big things that you want to, as you think about closing out 2022, what is at least one of those big things that you want to achieve in 2023? Do me a favor, type that in the chat for me, because there got to be one something that you truly want to achieve in 2023. Um, Drop that in the chat for me. I'd like to hear about it. If I was to think about something that I really want to achieve in 2023, it's probably the biggest thing would be having the event that help men find the clarity to fix their lives. That right there is probably the number one thing on my list that I really, really want to do. Okay. Um, and I'm curious about what that is for you, right? What that is for you, and ultimately, how are you going to go about getting there, right? I'm starting to make that plans for myself this week, and I have a good idea of how I need to get there, kind of list that I need to make, the kind of people that I need to kind of start associating myself with, the kind of things that I need to do, the milestones that I'm going to put in place, so I can have stepping stones that show my progress, so I don't get depressed about it, and then the actual list building activities, all those kind of things are things that I'm going to work toward, right? But that's different. That's me. The question is, what what is there a big something that you're trying to achieve in 2023? I'm real curious about that. So do me a favor, just type it in the chat. Nothing. I'm not holding you accountable to this. But once you put it in the universe, it's in the universe, people. Right? Once it's in the universe, people, it's in the universe. Okay? That's what it is. Right? Now, I see some people dropping things in the chat. That's amazing. Okay? Now look, I see Evelyn says something. One last certification in Scrum before the year end. Don't, Evelyn, I love you, but I don't want to hear about that. Forget 2022 for a second. I want you to give me an idea of something you're trying to achieve in 2023. Forget all the rest of this, right? And here's the deal. I see some other things. I see millionaire in 2023. I'm not saying that's not achievable, right? It could be achievable, but is it realistic for you? To me, when I'm thinking about what I want to do in 2023, it's still a smart goal. I see Shanita saying, "Hey, want to be a millionaire." I think, I would love to be a millionaire. Matter of fact, I would love to make this real easy and win a lottery. If I won a lottery, trust me, I come here one last time and tell y'all I come here, I grab a mic and drop the mic and say, "Y'all, I'm out." Right? If I won a lottery, I'd literally be like, "I'm out. I won a lottery, people. To see y'all around." I'll be out, right? That's what I would do. But but I don't play the lottery enough to think I'm gonna really win it, right? I need to play it again, right? I found that you can play multiples over days. So I'm gonna play the lottery, right? I'm gonna do that, right? But I'm just really curious as to what you're trying to achieve, right? And so I see my brother Patrick, and hey Patrick, as usual, how you doing? Gain traction in my life as a consultant, improve my opportunities out there. I like that, and I'm like, what does traction mean? What does traction mean for you, Patrick? What does traction mean? I'm curious about that, right? Um, is there a certain amount of clients? Is there money? I don't know what traction mean, right? But what does traction mean for you, right? And it would be great to make these goals measurable. So whatever it is that you're trying to achieve in 2023, I would love for it to be something that is actually measurable, that you can say, hey, this is measurable, right? Really truly making it a SMART goal, right? And I'll tell you, from my perspective, I want to have an event that has 100 people in it, 100 men that sign up and roughly show up to the event. That's what I want, right? And I really, really do want to achieve that. Okay. Now, will I achieve that? I'm not sure, but I'll make the attempt to. So I'd like to really have 100 men attend a men gaining the clarity to fix their lives event by the end of Q1. I don't know if I'll make it, but that's what I'm shooting for. I'm 6 months away from that end goal, roughly 6 months, a little bit less now. Does that make sense? And I know that I can measure that, right? I know that it's something that's also achievable, right? I know it's something that's also achievable as well. I know it's relevant to what I want to do, right? It's very, very specific, super specific, right? Um, you know, So I'm thinking about that. What else? It's timely because it's by the end of Q1. So really, when you think about this thing that you're trying to do me a favor and make it smart as heck. I wasn't going to curse, but I didn't need to do that at all. I shouldn't be cursing on YouTube. Don't you go out and be cursing either. Anyway, if you curse, to me that's a form of emphasis. So that being said, what is it? What is it, right? I see Shanita saying, "Hey, I want to have my master's completed by 2023, and running a department. My realistic goals." Yeah, I love it. That sounds realistic, right? I'm assuming that you've already been working toward that master's. And that sounds realistic. I like that, right? I like that. Um, I see here, right? Have my first Scrum career in 2023. I don't know what a Scrum career is, but you really probably just trying to have your first Scrum opportunity that you're really trying to make sure is in the books by the end of 2021. I get it. I get it. And that sounds like something that you can very well achieve. and hopefully, that's just one step in a direction, right? And if that's just one step in a direction, that's a plus, right? Because now I want you to give me something else too, because let's just say you do achieve that, what else you're trying to really do, right? Because the goals doesn't stop at the end of that. I always tell people, at least in terms of how I think about the next goal. I think about the goal that I want to achieve and the next goal after that. This is how I live my life. It's the goal that's soonest, and then the next goal after that. So I'm really two goals in. With every single goal, I'm kind of two goals in. I'm two goals in, right? I'm two goals in, right? And my second goal in terms of that men getting their lives back on track is to have a mastermind um, that runs through the end of the year with 10 people in it. With 10 people in it. Okay. I won't tell you the finances associated with that, but there's a financial number associated with that. But 10 people in a mastermind with me, right? Focused on men finding the clarity to fix their lives, right? Take it from a guy who's been married twice, who comes from poverty, then achieved a lot of different things. I think I got a few things to offer, right? So but you understand what I just did, right? It's not just about it's not just about this goal, it's about the next goal after that. Because realistically, the next goal feeds into the one after that. They really work together. So when I think about 2023 and I think about the big shift that I want to have, it's really twofold. By the end of Q1, boom. At the end of the year, 10 people. 10 people in a mastermind with me. Somebody tell me, does my goal sound unachievable? Does it sound unachievable? Do I sound like I'm just not right? I don't know. I dream these things, right? So that's what I'm thinking. This goal and the next goal right after that is what I'm attempting to achieve. Is what I'm attempting to achieve. Now, we'll know whether it happens or not because, hey, I'm going to be right in there and you all are going to be right there with me on the journey. Oh, I got this whole pen here. I got my Bearded Eagle uniform on, as you can see. So I've been training today. But yeah, that's how I'm thinking. And my question is, when you think about your goals, are you thinking that way? Because my 2023 ultimately is this really two steps, at least in terms of that. But I really want to have 10 men in a mastermind. That's it. But again, I got two goals: an event, 100 people, 10 men in a mastermind. Wow, 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 wow. See, I like that. I like that because I know that I'm moving in a direction, right? Shadid is telling me, I guess my goal is okay, and I hit my goal. It sounds like it's smart, right? I see Petra offers up consistently trading for X market, right? To have an additional source of income, and then determine if I want to become a coach by looking at what it takes to be successful. Okay, um, you know, you probably can determine that like right now if you want to become a coach. Like you can make that decision right now, right? So yeah, two different goals I see, right? And I mean, when I think about it, right, I probably tighten it up and make it a little bit smarter because goals you may not achieve it, but what if you get 50% of it? What if you get 50% that way, right? To me, that's success, right? If I have an event and 50 people show up, and I get 5 people into a mastermind, I ain't gonna complain. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna complain because I know that it's going to be valuable to them. I already got a program laid out for it already. I got a program laid out for it. Does that make sense? So it really is, and I think Petra agrees with me. Yeah, it really is. When I look at Petra's stuff, I mean, literally, I'll show it to you again. Yeah, number two, you can figure that out right now. You can figure that out right now, right? Just decide what you're gonna do with that, right? Make a decision, but make that number one smarter. And it'd be great to see that number one have a number two, something bigger that's associated with that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and again, it could be financial, it could be something, I don't know what it could be, but you need to determine what is it that you want? What is it that you really desire by the end of 2023? That's what's important. And I need you all to check into yourself. I mean, the truth of the matter is, I need you to understand something, right? Are you worth it? Are you worth it? Do you understand? Or are you going to let these little fuzzy goals be things that you just, are you worth it? Is my statement. Come on now. Here's the statement. If you feel like you're worth it, then type in the chat that you're worth it, that I am worth it. Type in the chat that I am worth it, because you are worth treating yourself way better than that, having very distinctive, very direct places where you're trying to go. You know where you're trying to go. Why don't you want to speak it into the universe? I don't know. I don't know. Did you not hear what I just said to you? I want to have an event with 100 men show up in that event. I want to get to the end of the year, now 2023, and have 10 men that are in the mastermind. I'm not joking, because I know I'm worth it. I know I'm worth it. If you don't feel like you're worth it, if you cannot come up with some goal that is specific and smart to what you want to do, what you desire to achieve, then by the end of 2022, you need to figure that out. Because this is not the season to go into 2023 unclear. This is not the season for that. It's just not the season for it, people. So why are you putting up with abusing yourself? You don't have to abuse yourself. There's no reason for you to put up with you abusing yourself. You understand? Stop abusing yourself. There's no reason for that. You should know you have dreams. You know what you desire. You know what you want. Then hell, do it. Go for it, man. There's no reason why you can't. Who's stopping you? Who's stopping you? Who's stopping you? It ain't me. I ain't stopping you. I ain't stopping you. I ain't done a single thing to get in your way. You know what I'll be trying to do for you? I'll be over kicking my feet back and forth, trying to clear the path. I'll be over trying to clear the path for you. That's what I'll be doing. And you don't even want to walk on it. What I gotta do? Get on my knees and wipe the path for you? Is that it? Kiss your feet or something? I don't know. I ain't kissing no feet, dude. That is crazy. But seriously, are you worth it? I believe you are. I really do believe that. And if you believe you're worth it, you should have a really smart goal about something that you want to achieve, about something that you desire to achieve. And that goal should be very specific. That goal should be very specific. And there's no reason why you can't do that right now. We're 90 days. We got 90 days. The end of the day, we got 89 days left to go before New Year's Day, before the start of 2023, people. Did you hear what I just said? Now, hopefully, we all make it to 2023. Don't know what's anybody's plans, right? But the idea is this: 2023 is around the corner. What you gonna do? You hear what I just said? What you gonna do? Because I'm like this, baby. I'm like this. Peon. I'm out of here. Peon. I'm out of here. Peon. I'm out of here. Are you? Are you? Are you out of here? I don't know. This is very serious. Very serious. I don't know. Are you out of here? Are you gonna make it happen? You're gonna seriously make it happen. 2023. 2023 I'm talking about, right? I could be crazy, right? I could be absolutely insane, but I know I'm not. I know there's some people in here that hear me. If you hear me, let me know. You hear me, let me know. Because I'm not playing no games here. I'm taking I'm taking names. I'm cashing checks. Taking names and cashing checks. You understand? Take that how you want to take it. But I'm taking names and cashing checks, people. Are you worth it? Are you worth it? I mean, really, the statement is if you're not worth it to you, then why would anybody else even claim worth that you don't even think you have? Why would anybody do that? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I say, unfortunately, they don't see their greatness yet. Hopefully, they see their greatness before they die. Hopefully. That's the best way I could put it, man. I can't put it any different than that, right? Because I'm trying to tell you right now, and I see some people listening to me, but I'm not sure if everybody's listening to me. 2023 is 90 days away. 90 days is coming in a short period of time, people. I'm actually starting my journey right now. I'm going to be after once I make this plan, I am going to be executing on my plans for 2023. In order to do what I need to do, I'm going to have to do halftime in my PhD program, which means it's going to take me longer to get that PhD. But you know what's true? I'm not stopping that PhD. You know what else is true? I will have helped 10 men find the clarity that they need to fix their lives. Did you hear what I just said? I will have helped 10 men find the clarity to fix their lives. See, I'm talking to you like it's already done. I'm talking to you like I've already done it. I'm talking to you like I've already done it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way I think about it. That's the way I think about it. That's the way I think about it. Seriously. There's no reason why I should think about it any different than that. No reason. No reason. The best way I can put it to you is really, really simple. Um, there's a song by Drake where in the song, I think it's headlines or something like that. He says, "I know I exaggerated things, but now I got it like that. I know I exaggerated things, now I got it like that." I'm not saying fake it till you make it, but know you can achieve it. Let me repeat that for you. I am not saying fake it till you make it, but know that you can achieve it. Know that you can achieve it. I'm writing that down. That's gonna be my new statement. Know you can achieve it. I wrote it down for myself. If you know you can achieve it, just say I can. Just say I can, okay? And here's what I need to do. I need to go ahead because I've been talking longer than what I normally would talk during this portion, right? My question for you is, do you have any questions? If you have questions, then you know how we operate on this show. You've been around before. If you like this show, then do me a favor, click the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, share this show with somebody else. Do me a favor and do that because we are growing. I think we're at like 615 people right now. That's where we at. That's much bigger than what we was earlier this year. Okay? So that is much bigger. So we're growing. We're growing. No ifs, ands, or buts to that, right? So now I'm going to drop in the chat the links. You're welcome to join me on a show or you're welcome to drop your question in the chat. Either way works. You pick what works for you. I'm going to always drop it on LinkedIn, and then I'm going to also make sure it drops on YouTube. Now, LinkedIn people, I may make a decision in 2023. Y'all all got to come over to YouTube. That way I only got one place to manage. So we going to see what's going to happen. I don't know. We're going to see. All right, so that being said, I've dropped the link, so you're welcome to join on the show. And if you know how this operates, if you've been around before, if you haven't been around, let me explain it to you. The way we operate is really very simple. People probably got questions. If you have questions, then you can drop those questions in the chat, or you can come on the show and join me live and we can have a conversation. Okay? Either way works for me. So I dropped the link just in case you want to join the show. Do not click the link if you don't want to join the show. Just drop your question in the chat. So, do we have any questions today? Start dropping them. Start dropping them if you have any questions. If you don't, it's fine. It's okay. A lot of people just comes for this beginning part. But man, 2023 is 90 days away, people. 2023 is 90 days away. 90 days away, right? That's what's on my mind. It's been on my mind heavy for the past. When I saw 100, like we got 100 days to go, I was like, ugh. And I started really thinking hard. And I had to attend some things and make sure that I got some things in order. But I did. I did. Did she just say because you are yelling? What wait, what? When am I not yelling? When am I not yelling? I'm always yelling. But you're used to it by now, right? But you're used to it. But you're used to it. Okay? It's all right. All right, so let's start getting some of these things in here, right? What are some resources to look at in regards to being a coach? It depends on what kind of coach you want to be. It really depends on what kind of coach you be. Are you talking about being an agile coach? There are books related to agile coaching, Lisa Atkins book, stuff like that. But in terms of resources, if you want to be a coach that is partnering with organizations or partnering with executives, then you might want to think about looking at the International Coaching Federation or the Center for Credentialing. You know, ICF has like they got like three certifications, and then you got the board certified coach. So if you're moving in that direction where you want to be a life coach, executive coach, without just saying I'm a coach, right? Some people just say I'm a coach and don't know how to coach their way out of a box, right? They don't really know how to help you. But the idea is it depends on what kind of coach you want to be. And based on the type of coach you want to be, then you need to pursue the actual credential or the experience that it would actually take for you to get there, right? Most people think, agile coaching, especially around this place. If you're associated with Scrum, they think agile coaching is the only kind of coaching that exists. But agile coaching involves facilitation, it involves training. It involves mentoring. It involves the actual reality of coaching. So realistically, it's a really big question. But if I'm you, Petra, I would first determine what kind of coach I would want to be. And based on that, I would look up resources available to you. They are easy to find on the internet. Just type in the internet. I want to be this kind of coach. What do I need to do? And then you can take those steps moving there. And again, otherwise just get a job where it says agile coach on it and you're officially an agile coach at that point. But I'm not sure if agile coach is what you want to be, right? Because there's more coaching than agile coaches, right? So just think to yourself first, determine what kind of coach you want to be. Determine what kind of coach you want to be, and then that will actually help you to determine what's the right resources available for you to move forward with. Okay, so hopefully, Petra, that helps you out. But the decision around being what type of coach you want to be is the first one to make. And if I'm you and you're having a difficulty making that decision, then get down to three different types of coaches. Think about the three different types of coaches that most interest you, and then just reach out on LinkedIn to some people who are already doing that job and see if they're willing to give you about 30 minutes at a time, just 30 minutes at a time to talk about it. And there are a lot of people that will at least have a conversation with you You may need to reach out to a few, but there's several people that will have a conversation with you without it costing you anything. And if you do that, I think that would be very helpful for you. So hopefully that helps you in terms of that one. So then you can at least think about it, right? Um, me, I am looking to become a board certified coach, which I'm working on right now. Um, And so there's a particular set of coaching that I want to make sure is an option that's available for people. And I'm probably going to offer up, you know, some coaching to people, within this community, some point soon, some point soon. Okay. But I am working to get there, right? I'm working to get there and I'll get there. That was one of my goals for 2022 to become to be a board certified coach, right? So definitely, hopefully that's helpful. Okay. And yes, I need to determine what kind of coach. Yeah, you need to determine what kind of coach you want to be. There's many directions that you can go in, but determine what kind of coach you want to be first, and that would be very, very helpful. Excuse me. Coaching is just one of those things that you know you just kind of jump out there, man. You have people out there that I said earlier, man, couldn't coach themselves out of a box. And that's just so true because, there's nothing that prevents people there's nothing whatsoever that prevents people from actually saying that they're a coach, right? I mean, there's no law against making that statement. So, um, yes, well, come to the event first, Philip. You got to come to the event first, right? Everybody who's going to be in that 10 is going to need to come to the event first. And it's going to be a 3-day event because you might get enough. It's going to be a 3-day event. You probably get enough out of the 3-day event where you're going to be good. Because trust me, the 3-day event will have a very low ticket price. The mastermind will have a much higher ticket price, right? But the 3-day event will probably be 99 to at most 249 for 3 days, 3 full days together, right? So just think, I have a 3-day event coming, um, and that event, Philip, that event will not be until next year. It will be toward the end of Q1. Toward the end of Q1 is when it will be. Okay, but it will be 3 days at a price of $99 to 250 for 3 days, and I'm going to give you a ton of information. And people that want to work closer with me to dive deeper and deal with things will go into a mastermind. That's what's going to happen. And so most of those, like 90% of those men, I guarantee you that 3 days will be enough for them. Will be absolutely enough. It will be the ones that want to go deeper that is going to be important. Okay. So don't worry about it. It's coming. I just got to get some things together, right? I got to work on some things and make sure everything will be good to go. Okay. But yeah, 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 yeah. It's gonna be a blast. I literally cannot wait. I cannot wait. I just got other things I need to do to make sure it's gonna kick off just right. So that's a plus. Okay. Other thoughts, other questions. Okay. Right. Other thoughts, other questions. Right. That people may have. That's a plus. Yeah. Yeah, but I know people, I have an amazing idea of my goals and I'm really going to crush my goals come 2023. I'm crushing my 2022 goals, right? I'm not crushing one. I created this goal, this health goal in 2022, riding 6,000 miles on my bicycle. And I haven't even gotten 1,000 in. I haven't even gotten 500 in is what I would say. I've been busy doing other things, and then I really did a diet that just took all my energy away. Like I always have tried to do this vegetarian vegan diet, and every time I do one of those diets like that, I get weak. Um, yeah, I get weak, and so but yeah, it just didn't work out. And so ever since that happened, I just wasn't motivated at all to really get that 6,000 miles in. So It ain't gonna happen. I'm not gonna meet that goal. I'm just not going to. But I really thought I was gonna do it. Okay. So that's interesting. But the other ones, no, are the other ones? Yes, here we go. Yes, P Bell. That's a good reminder. Please click the like button if you're enjoying the show, whether you are on LinkedIn or you're on YouTube. Please click like. Obviously, that's a small click for you, but it means a lot for us because we're continuing to grow. We're continuing to get subscribers. We're continuing to let people know about what's happening with us here. And I think we have decent information. I think some people tell me I should come on and do this more. You know, some people say I should do that, but I don't listen. I just like to be a rebel, and a lot of times that may not work out so well in my favor. I remember when I was gonna write a, I remember I was gonna write a whole article, Scrum is dead, and before I became a CST, and that wasn't gonna work out well for me. But that's okay. The wife at that time said, "Stop it," and I listened. Sometimes I listen. I try my best to be as good as I can be, right? Be as good as I can be, right? So, what else is going on? What other questions do you all have? Any questions? Because I know tonight was one of those topics that may be a little bit heavy for people. I'm still super interested in those goals that you plan to have for 2023 and them being smart goals. Because, like I said, it's 90 days left, and I don't know how I can press that in your soul, man. I don't know how I can press that in your soul anymore. It's 90 days left, man. It's time to rock this thing, right? To get 2022 wrapped up in the things you was trying to achieve and start rocking 2023, right? I'll tell y'all, man. I'll tell y'all what I'm really doing. I'm over here listening. I'm not listening to nothing right now. I'm talking to y'all, right? If I was listening to something right now, that'd be rude, right? I don't got these headphones in there to be listening to stuff, right? I'm listening to y'all. But man, I'm enjoying my music. I got this window I be hanging out at, just the window. Be hanging out, looking out the front door, looking at the animals, like, hey, how y'all doing? Y'all chasing each other for what reason? And working on my comic books like a silly man. That's it. So yeah. So anyway, questions that you have, drop them in chat. Any final questions before we close out the show for the evening? Because we don't have any questions, then we'll wrap it up. We'll wrap it up. I love y'all. I love being here with y'all. I love doing this. Maybe I should do it in shorter stints since maybe y'all don't like me anymore. If you don't like me, that would be stupid. No, I think you like me. I think we're good to go. But no, you can achieve it, man. I like that. I really like that. That may be my model. That's a pretty good model. Actually, if I was to really tell you about the thing that let me tell you about this because you're gonna get a kick out of this, right? Because I'm always thinking, I'm always doing stuff, and tell me what you think about this, right? Tell me what you think about this, right? I'm gonna I'm gonna open this up, right? Oh man, That- what? Looking forward to the 1018. What's happening 1018? I don't. I, what's happening? Am I involved in some 1018? Miss Hancock, help me out. Because I don't know if I'm involved. What am I involved in? With you? Are you tell man? I feel like I'm about to get in trouble. I'm involved in something. I don't know what I'm involved in. Well, I haven't looked at my calendar. I can say that much, probably, right? But just so you all know, here's my thought process over my 3 days, right? That men's fixing women. I would love to include you. I'm thinking about opening it up to everybody. Okay. Um, but here's my deal, and you tell me if this is crazy. But if you know me, you know how I am, right? Um, okay, I'll check my email. I'll check my email. So think about this theme across the 3 days: reset, bounce back, beast mode. What do you think about that? Do I sound crazy? I like that beast mode. Reset, bounce back, beast mode. Reset, bounce back, beast mode. Beast mode. I love it. I be making this stuff up. It's crazy. I be making stuff up. Reset, bounce back, beast mode. beast mode, right? Oh, that's what I do. That's what Patrick's saying. I'm doing. I got people thinking about those future goals. Look, man, Patrick, I need you to tighten your goals up, man. You know how to make that a smart goal. You know how to make your stuff a smart goal. Make it a smart goal. Like literally, make it a smart goal. Because Patrick, you can knock it out for sure. Make it a smart goal. And if people are thinking about their goals, this is what I want. I want you thinking about your goals for 2023 because I want everybody in this, I want everybody here to look way better in 2023 than they do in 2022. To have every dream that they want to achieve in 2023 actually happen. For real. Just as much as I wanted you to it to happen in 2022. You realize this is like show number 34, 35, something like that. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know, I be thinking about these things, right? I love my beast mode thing, though, right? So you all are thinking this is a good situation. I'm really happy to have you all thinking about this. You know, we got agreement to it, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. You know, and here's the deal. I don't mind following up on this show and following up on this goals thing because I really challenge you all to come back here with really a true set of smart goals. I say set because the 1-2 punch is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for you all to have that 1-2 punch. Like, what's a goal and what's the next goal after that? That's what I'm looking for, that 1-2 punch, right? So, you think you can do that? Do you really think you can do that? Tighten it up, make it something that's relevant and realistic. Okay, can you do that? That's my only real question. People, if you can do that, just tell me yes, you can do it. Just say I can do it. Please drop that in the chat because I love to see those smart goals next week. I'm challenging you. I'm literally putting a challenge out here. Like that's ridiculous. I'm putting a challenge out here. In a week, if you are worth it, you should be able to come up with a damn good smart goal for 2023. Damn good. Damn good for real. So if you can do it, like you promising to do it, right? So I'm hearing Philip. I want to see it next week. Next week we come back here, I want to see it. You know, I want to see it next week. I want to see it next week, right? I want to see it. There's no reason why I should not be able to see that smart goal. I want to see it. I'm telling you right now, I want to see it, Petra. I want to see it. Ms. Hancock, I want to see it. 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 There's no question. You understand? I don't want to hear no excuses, man. Excuses are tools of incompetence. That's what they are. There's no reason for you to be coming around me being incompetent because I'm not an incompetent kind of guy. I'm always on my stuff. I'm always building. Anybody who knows me know and they're around me, they know I'm always doing something. I'm always busy doing something. I kind of look at it like this. This is ridiculous. I got a blue collar work mentality working in a white collar world. But I make it more simple than that. I have a Chicago hustler spirit working in corporate America. What it is, right? That's what I want to see, Patrick. Patrick's gonna do it. That's what I want to see, right? I got several other people around the room. Ain't heard nothing from you. Ain't heard nothing from you whatsoever. What's the problem? What's the problem, man? What's the problem? Anyway, though, that is so stupid. My family think I'm going crazy over here. For real. That's okay. I don't really care. On that note, I think we're good to go, y'all. I think we're good to go. This has been fun. So next week, I want to see those people that got smart goals, like they really make it a smart goal, right? I'd love to see you really, really delve into that and really, really come out with something that's going to be really, really good for you. If you can do that, I'd be really, really happy to see it. Really, really proud to see it, right? Maybe there's a way we can do badges or something like that at some point in the future, but literally, I really want to see that happen for you. And if that's the case, the next week is gonna be a really good week if I can see that. So I really look forward to it. Other than that, unless there are any other questions, think about it for a second. Do you have any other questions? I don't see none. And I think we're going to go ahead and be done for the day. Done for the day. Hey, y'all, this has been a pleasure. I spilled out to you at least one of my goals, one of the big secret things I'm working on. Um, you know, yeah, it makes me a little nervous. It really does. Because that means I got to go and execute, right? I really do. I really, really do. So, that being said, look, it has been a pleasure. I look forward to seeing you all really, really soon next week. Come back with some of those smart goals. I'd like to continue, I'd love to continue this topic. And, I'm going to work on my stuff this week, and maybe I'll talk to you about some of the things that I'm actually doing, that I'm planning, so you can get an idea on how you can go about attacking your goals, right? And by doing that, I think that that will be helpful for you. So let's get back next week and let's work on 2023. Let's do that. We can do that together. Is that okay with you all? So next week, let's work on 2023. All right. I'll write myself a note because that will be our topic, working on 2023. Um, Yeah, yeah, I like it. I love it. I actually love it. I actually love that idea. I really do. So hopefully you all think that's a good idea. Think it's a good idea, give me a thumbs up. On that note, I'm going to say to you all, this has been a pleasure. I always enjoy this kind of time with you. I feel like this is way more personal, and I feel like we can get something done together as a group. So let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, but work on that. You all have a great week. Thanks, Patrick, for the compliment. I really appreciate it. You know, yeah, this was one of those topics that I was really, as soon as I thought about it, 90 days, that's what I'm working on. Let's go ahead and talk about it as a group. So next week, let's come back together, same time, same place. We will get into these goals and we'll work through 2023 and what you all going to do. I'll give you an idea of what I'm doing and how I'm achieving those goals. And bam, I think you're going to be very surprised at what you see that I've done. Think you will be. Hopefully, you will be, right? And hopefully, I can see those smart goals and start seeing how you are going to progress to get there. That being said, you all, thank you all once again for joining me. I will see you all next week at the same time. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Talk to you all later. Thank you so much. Peace.